What's going on, everybody? Anthony Allione here from Team Critical Bench, and today I got a special guest with us, Becky Fox, and she's been helping us doing some videos here. We're doing workout, and I thought it'd be a good idea to first and foremost introduce her, so you guys can know who she is, a little bit more about her background, where she came from. So before you get into all her videos, you'll know what the deal is. So how you doing today, Becky?
Doing great. How are you?
Good, good. So first question I wanted to ask is, how'd you get started in fitness modeling?
In fitness modeling, well, actually back in, let's see, it was like 10 years ago. So I've been actually modeling for 10 years. I started off with more like commercial, regular modeling, and then I think, after about doing that for a couple years, people were like, oh, you got a really good athletic physique, you'd probably do really great with fitness. So some people kind of encouraged me to do some fitness competitions and that sort of thing, and that kind of led me getting more into the fitness modeling aspect of it. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. So do you have any like certifications, degrees? What's your background with that?
Yeah, actually, I first got a degree in psychology, so I started there, and then I started modeling and doing a lot of different things. And actually, towards the end of that program, I started working out like crazy. And then after I graduated, I actually went to a gym as well, and was there was trainers there, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, how do you get into this kind of field and stuff? So I was asking questions, and like, oh, you can get a certification, because I would have thought you'd have to go back to school and do all this. So I went and got an ACE certification, American Council on Exercise, and the whole idea was to help. I just wanted some extra income and do something fun while I was actually going to grad school for counseling, but kind of turned out I changed my mind, dropped out of counseling program, and kept training even when I wasn't really planning to. So yeah, I got the ACE certification. I've done a lot of different conferences and educational things since then to kind of learn more about it.
Okay. So, boost your credibility. That's good. And speaking of that, you said you're in college. I'm sure you're busy doing that and studying. So I'm sure time was a problem. What do you do, or can you give us like any tips as how you're able to fit a workout into a busy schedule?
Yeah, there's lots of things you can do. One thing I love to do is circuits. So instead of doing your curl and just standing there and staring at yourself in the mirror for 2 minutes, circuit it around. Do a curl and then go right into your, a lower body lunge or something like that, and keep moving so that you can get your workout in, but you can get it in less time. So this is great for busy people because you don't want to be there as long. So up the intensity, do the circuits. Even for your cardio activity, the same thing. Like really push hard. So instead of sitting on a treadmill for an hour, work harder, do it for 30 minutes. So that's the main thing is boosting that intensity and really challenging yourself when you're working out so that you can be more efficient and burn more calories in a less amount of time.
Okay, cool. And how important would you say nutrition is as far as for like women in the workforce? You're going to be giving us a lot of like women workouts. What would you say is like a good tip when they're really, really busy? One thing that they can use that they can take with them.
Right. Nutrition is so important. Like people think I can work out, but if you're not eating right, you're not going to see the results. So my suggestion is, just keep it simple. The biggest thing you can do is start cutting out the junk. That's where we're getting a lot of extra calories. Things like sodas, you're going to Starbucks and you're adding, like a pound of sugar in your coffee, you're eating snacks, just start cutting that stuff out and replace it with, your fruits, your vegetables, your meats, and all that sort of thing. And just by making that simple switch where you're getting a lot, what's going to happen is you're naturally going to get less calories because those foods are so dense in calories that just from doing that, you're going to eat less calories. And you're going to start seeing the weight come off. But you can't ignore the nutrition because it's such a huge part of getting in shape and losing body fat that you don't want to forget that and just focus on the exercise.
Okay. And I guess one final question I'll say is, what's the biggest problem you see with people as to why they cannot achieve their goals? What would be that one problem, and what's a quick tip that they can fix, being that they're going to be seeing more of you?
Right. Well, I think as far as workouts go, what I see is people get stuck doing the same thing over and over and over. So, maybe you get one of these workouts out here and you do it, and then you do it for the next year. Well, you need to change it up. So say you do that workout for a couple weeks, but then grab another workout and change it up. Or even every time you work out, try new stuff, try different things, make sure you're working harder. Because if you get in that rut where you go around and do the same activities, the same exercises, the same weight, eventually you're not going to see any results because your body's going to adapt to that, and then nothing's going to happen. So, you know, every couple weeks, try some new workouts, try some new exercises. You know, up the weight, you know, as you get stronger, and make sure you're getting a lot of variety and a lot of changes and a lot of ways to challenge yourself and make it different.
Cool. Well, I think you guys got to know Becky Fox a little bit more. She's going to be coming, bringing some of the freshest content here at Critical Bench. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know a little bit more about her, and y'all take care, and we'll see y'all a little bit later. Okay, bye-bye.